Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel, or if you are new here, welcome. Today is Sunday, March 1st. If you can believe it, we've survived January and February. Now we're on to March. So the first 2 months of the year are behind us, and it is time for the beginnings of my usual bi-weekly grocery haul. These two items I picked up the other night after work at my store at Sobeys on Friday, February 27th. I'm just getting around to filming them now because it's been a busy weekend. Saturday was February 28th, and that was my daughter's 26th birthday. All three of us in the house had the weekend off, but we were trying to prepare for a trip that she has tomorrow. She has to fly out to Saskatchewan for a family member's funeral, and we were trying to still make the best of her birthday though, so we were picked up a friend of ours / co-worker of ours after he was done his shift at work and went out for dinner, came back here and played Nintendo Switch games and just hung out for a while. But it's been a busy weekend. So I meant to film these as soon as I got them Friday night, but just didn't quite get around to it. So I'm just doing it now. So this is the first part of my bi-weekly grocery haul. For those of you that are new here, my name is Janice and I live and work in Manitoba, Canada. I work at a Canadian grocery store chain called Sobeys, and I do some of my shopping there partly because of the Scene Plus points offers, so you can earn and redeem Scene Plus points in store. And the rest of my shopping I do at Real Canadian Superstore for the PC Optimum points offers. I also do my shopping, or some of my shopping at Sobeys, because as an employee of the store, I also get a small staff discount. 10% off my first $150 spent every week is what we get. So after work on Friday night, I knew I was going to be off for the weekend, and I knew that on this bi-weekly grocery haul, I was going to need to get some fruit in the house. And I'd seen in the flyer that we have a few different varieties of apples on sale, 3-pound bags for $4.44. So I grabbed the 3-pound bag of the Macintosh apples for $4.44, and that's before my staff discount. That price does not reflect the 10% off. And then these 3 pounds of Granny Smith apples are also $4.44. So my staff discount was 89 cents. And after my discount, I spent $7.99 for these 2 bags of apples. I did not earn any points on these, but my balance is still at 11,688 Scene Plus points, meaning that is equivalent to $110 in Scene Plus points. So that is all I've picked up for this point. Like I said, this was Friday to February 27th. I bought these, and it's now Sunday, March 1st. That's all I've bought so far. My husband and I did get paid at the end of the week last week. So just like I got paid Thursday, he got paid Friday. So this week, once I see my daughter off on the airplane tomorrow to Saskatchewan, and once I work my shift tomorrow night, I would expect that probably either tomorrow, like Monday or Tuesday, I'll do the rest of my shopping. There are a couple of other things in the Sobeys flyer that I was thinking of picking up, depending on how much room I have in the budget. But I have a list of things that have points offers on them at Superstore and things that I saw in the Superstore flyer. So stay tuned for the rest of the haul. A good chunk of it will be Superstore, and there might be a couple other Sobeys things coming yet too. So stay tuned for the rest of the haul. Okay, today is now Tuesday, March 3rd, and these are items I picked up at Real Canadian Superstore last night after work. I'm just filming it today because I worked until 7:30 last night and then ran to the store and grabbed some things. So by the time I got home, 8:30 or so, I was just completely wiped out. I'm typically pretty much a night owl, but yesterday was a really, really early morning as my daughter and I got picked up at 6 o'clock yesterday morning to go to the airport so I could see her off on her flight to Saskatchewan for her grandpa's funeral. And neither of us are early morning people, so that was a real stretch. Like just getting, being picked up at 6 o'clock in the morning, and it's a good drive to the airport from here, and then had to come back, and then I had a quick cat nap in the morning just to try and get a bit of energy before I went to work in the afternoon. So it was not a normal day. My schedule was right off. So then just everything, and then just knowing the emotions of the fact that this was my former father-in-law, and how was my daughter coping with it all. It just made for a really long day combined with the work day itself. So by the time I came home last night, you're going to see as I pan down the counter here, there are dirty dishes in the sink. The dishwasher needs to be loaded. Normally I would do that at night. Please disregard that. Don't judge me for that, please. It was just a very, very long day yesterday. It's Tuesday morning right now. I have to get ready for work again in a little bit. So I'll probably try and get some of that done before I go, or else work on it tonight. But these are things I picked up at Superstore last night. And I also picked up a few items at Sobeys at my work after my shift too. I'm going to try and film that after this before I go to work. If not, I'll do it this evening. But either way, it'll be the next clip that you see. So these are items that I picked up last night. And yes, you're seeing right off the hop that there is some junk food. There's chips and there's ice cream sandwiches in there. Just like last video, no judgment. I mean, I work a lot of evenings, you know, and just even for snack purposes. Like my daughter and my husband and I each like to take like chips a little bit in a Ziploc baggie in our work lunches. And to me, this is a cheaper way to do it, buying a big bag of these things and putting them in Ziploc bags than buying the boxes or the big packages of the small treat size bags. I feel like it's a cheaper way to, in the long run, to go about it. And it's nice to have some on hand. I mean, my daughter's in her 20s. Sometimes friends come over. It's nice to have some munchies just to watch TV with, or when friends come over. And last night, the ice cream sandwiches, that was just simply an impulse buy. I was tired and I was not feeling the greatest, and that was just an impulse buy. So no excuse for that, but you know, it's just something that we enjoy, and I haven't bought those in quite a while actually. So my husband last week bought a bag of these Cheetos bacon puffs at Dollarama. Last week he picked those up. Never seen those before. They're actually really quite good. So they are 2 for $8. So I bought a regular bag of Cheetos and one of the cheesy bacon. And then the Doritos are $3.50 each, limit of 2, so I grabbed 2 of those. I also grabbed a bag of the No Name brand of all-purpose flour. This is a 10 kilogram or 22-pound bag, and that was $9.88. And that was in the flyer, and in the flyer it also said that you would earn 2,000 points on that purchase too. So I grabbed that. I like to do a good bit of baking, so I did grab that. There is a flour, a 10 kilogram bag of flour on sale at Sobeys as well, Robin Hood, and that is in their flyer. They're advertising that as a verified price, as in Sobeys has done their research and they're saying this is verified the lowest price on that product. So it is the lowest price currently this week on the Robin Hood flour for that 10 kilogram bag at Sobeys. But this No Name bag down here that I got at Superstore is still cheaper. The Robin Hood 10 kilogram bag is $11.97, which is pretty good for that brand. But I have a staff discount over there, and even with my 10% off of $1.19, that I did the calculations, it'd be $1.19 off, I would still be paying $10.78 per bag for that. Whereas for the No Name brand, I paid $9.88. So it just made sense. Sometimes it works better for me to buy stuff at Sobeys and get the staff discount, and I come out ahead of Superstore. But in this case, it doesn't. I mean, this isn't Robin Hood flour, but no, I've used No Name brand flour from Superstore for years and had no issue. So I think it's totally fine to go this route. So yeah, $9.88 for the flour, and I earned 2,000 points on it as well. And then the pistachio pudding, that is for a little side dish that I make sometimes, and I was out of that. It's $2.29 for this. The Miracle Whip, that was $4.97. It was advertised in the flyer as that price, so I grabbed one of those. The 1% milk is $5.94. That is an increase. I believe I have said in several of the last grocery haul videos that it has been $5.83, and this is the first time I've seen it at $5.94, so that has gone up in price. The ice cream sandwiches were $10 for this big large packages. I can't speak. $10 for this 24 pack. And then here, this little bag of raw cashews. This is primarily for my parrots. They love cashews. They shouldn't have a lot of nuts in their diet. It's not a healthy thing for them to have a lot of it, but one here or there is okay. But the best thing for them, if you're going to do that, is raw. Don't get them any of the flavored, salted, roasted, none of that stuff. The very, very plain is the best for them. But even at that, it still has to be in moderation. And that was $9. Cucumbers were on my offer. My husband said he would prefer the mini cucumbers this time. He likes to take them in his work lunch. This was $5.48. And then bananas back here, they think they were 89 cents a pound, I believe. That was $2.13 for that. There's one banana missing. I think he said he had one for breakfast this morning. 2 bags of red grapes. These were $2.99 a pound. So one bag of grapes was $6.03 and one was $6.19. And then this is not popcorn chicken. This is chicken strips. I sometimes buy popcorn chicken. It's the same price at $10, but I do like the chicken strips. But oftentimes when I go in, the chicken strips are not available. They're not in stock. Last night they were, and I noticed something last night, that these are 1.5 kilograms for $10, and the popcorn chicken, they had it there too, and it's $10 as well, but the bags of popcorn chicken are 1.13 kilograms. I believe that is, yeah, I had it written down here. So actually, I'm paying $10, which is the same price as the popcorn chicken, but I'm getting a little bit more in terms of weight. So now that I'm aware of that, I'm going to try and make a point of buying the chicken strips whenever they are available. I like the popcorn chicken just as well as the chicken strips, but if I'm going to get a little bit more bang for my buck as far as the amount in the package, I might as well go with this. So I bought 2 bags of that. Just a quick, easy meal for if I want to make chicken strips and fries, or sometimes I like to make a salad to take to work and cut up a couple of chicken strips and put it in there. So that's a nice way to do it as well. And then some sandwich meat. These two are, they have been $3.50 for the longest time. And I just noticed last night they have just recently gone up to $3.75. So that is an increase there. And then this sub trio package back here, that's a bigger package, that is $7. That remains the same as what it has been. And then I grabbed a package of Imodium. This was $27.99 for this 24 count. And if you're wondering, if you watched my last grocery haul video, you're like, you just bought some of that, why do you need more? That's because my husband requested to take a package to keep in his locker at work. So we just decided, just money-wise, we thought it might be better to buy a bigger package this time too. That way you can take some to work and maybe leave one sleeve at home or whatever. Or I can put a sleeve in my locker at my work. Either way, we needed a little bit more. And some razors for my daughter and I. These were $3.49. And that is finally 2 deodorants, one for my daughter and one for myself at $3.50 each. So I earned way up at the top here 2,000 points on the flour. That's the in-store offer. And down here I earned 500 points on the cucumbers and 500 points on the bananas. After tax I spent $159.09. And all told I earned 2,800 points. Oh, pardon me, it was 500 points on the cucumbers and 300 on the bananas. My mistake. So all told, with the 2,000 on the flour and the 800 points I just mentioned above right here, I earned 2,800 points, leaving me now with a closing balance of 51,495 PC Optimum points. So I'm back at the $50 mark of PC Optimum points now. So stay tuned for what I picked up at Sobeys. All right, and here are some things I picked up at Sobeys last night. Like I said, I finished work at 7:30 last night, and these I actually grabbed before I went to Superstore. I did this before leaving my work, so I'm filming this out of order, but that's okay. I actually could have waited until today, because today, Tuesday, March 3rd, is actually Scene Plus Member Day, where if you have a Scene Plus card and you make a minimum $50 purchase before taxes, you're eligible either for bonus Scene Plus points, which is 200 points for $20 spent, or 10% off your bill. So I could have waited and done that today, but I just wanted to get this over and done with last night. Like I said, I was really tired yesterday. I still kind of am today. Plus, I work till 7:30 tonight, and then I have physiotherapy at 7:30, right next door. So by the time I'm done there, it'll be like 8:30, and I don't think I'm going to want to go back in my store tonight to go shopping. So we'll see how this all plays out. But anyway, I picked up a few things last night. This bag of sugar snap peas, I grabbed that. They're $8.49. I think they may be a tad bit cheaper at Superstore, but almost every time I go into Superstore, this size of bag, or almost all sizes of bag of snap peas, are gone. So I know that Sobeys almost always has them readily available, so I grabbed some there because I do have my 10% staff discount. So it's $8.49 minus my 10% discount. And then there is a deal on right now on the 5-pound tubes of lean ground beef, that if you buy one of these 5-pound tubes, it is you'll get a bonus of 500 Scene Plus points, which equates to $5 in points, because every 1,000 Scene Plus points is $10. This was 2.274 kilogram, and I quickly did a calculation on my phone, and that is just over 5 pounds. So what I'll do with that is I will take, I mean, there were some variations. Some of them were like a tiny bit less than this or a tiny bit more than this, but this is a little over 5 pounds, just 5 and a bit basically. So what I do is I try and divide it into 1 pound increments, portions rather, and then I put them in Ziploc freezer bags and flatten them out, get all the air out, and freeze them flat in my freezer. That way they take up less room in there. So that was, as you saw, $29.47, but I earned $5 in points back on it. And these are items that my husband picked up, or he saw them and put them in the cart, and I think he was going to go through and pay for them separate, but I was waiting up front for him. I thought, I'm just going to pay for this and just be done with it. These were $1.99 each. These strawberry choco dip and dark chocolate, and mango and dark chocolate. So 3 of the mango and 2 of the strawberry. So here's my bill. The sugar snap peas were $8.49. The beef, $29.47, 500 points. And I earned 5 points in the meat department, as well as the 500 points offer. Staff discount was $4.79. I spent $44.20. So going into this, I had a balance of 11,688 Scene Plus points, and I earned 505. So by the time those hit my account, which takes 24 to 48 hours usually, I'll be up over the $120 mark of Scene Plus points. Now, there was one other item I wanted to get last night that is on sale at Sobeys. I was reorganizing my food storage in the basement, like my non-perishable food items, and I noticed I still have 2 cases of cream and mushroom soup, but I don't have any cases left of chicken noodle soup. And I have like 3 or 4 individual cans, but no cases. And I saw on the Superstore digital flyer that you could buy up to 12 individual cans of Campbell's soup for 99 cents each or 97. I'm not sure what it was, but around that. So I thought, okay, maybe I'll just buy 12 individual cans and it'll be, you know, a little under $12 for a dozen chicken noodle soups. But I saw on the Sobeys flyer that we actually are selling the cases, the 12 packs of Campbell's soup for $10.98 this week. And then I have my employee discount on top of that. So I looked for those last night, and they had the vegetable, they had the tomato, they had all kinds of stuff, but the chicken noodle was out. So I got a rain check. What I might do tonight, after I'm done work, I'm going to run next door to Physio, and then I might pop back in the store long enough just to look for the soup to see if we have any more in stock. And if we do, I'll grab 2 cases then. The sales run Thursday to Wednesday here, and today is Tuesday. If they still don't have them in stock today or tomorrow by the end of the sale, then I will use the rain check when they do get them back in stock. Because $10.98 and then minus my 10% off on that, that is cheaper than buying them individually at 99 cents for a dozen over at Superstore. And that is a good sale price. You don't often see the cases of soups go on that cheap these days. So I'm going to see if they've gotten back in stock today. And if they do, I'll grab 2 cases tonight. And if they do not, then I have the rain check and I'll just buy it whenever they do get in stock. If they are on sale, I'll buy 2 cases tonight and I'll hang on to that rain check and use that in a month or 2 down the road if I need another case of chicken noodle or another case of mushroom at that time. So stay tuned for the remainder of this video. Okay, so it is Sunday, March 8th, and I have some items to show you that I picked up yesterday, Saturday, March 7th, at Shoppers Drug Mart, Real Canadian Superstore, and Sobeys. I have these laid out a little bit out of order because I actually went to Shoppers Drug Mart first, and then to Superstore, and then to Sobeys, but let me just show you what I picked up. So Shoppers, I got 1 6-pack of the Diet Coke. They're on sale for $3.99. And then I have a baby shower to go to on Tuesday at church, which was $6.99. Now, I do have 1 6-pack of drinks downstairs left already. Usually when these go on sale, they're a limit of 4, and they are, but I only bought 1 because I already have 1 downstairs. So, and I don't need to buy 4 right now because I'm at the end of my bi-weekly pay period. I don't get paid again until the end of this coming week, and my husband as well. So I just thought for now, let's just stick with 1 6-pack. I already have 1 downstairs, and with it being the end of the pay period, that's enough for right now. So this was $12.44, and I spent cash on that, so I gave them $12.50, got 5 cents back. You don't get base points at Real Canadian Superstore, but you do at Shoppers. So I earned 150 points, leaving me the closing balance of 51,645 PC Optimum points. Now, on to my items at Superstore. Most of these are just pantry stock-up items for me. I have some of them already, but I just stocked up on some things because they're a really good price. The only thing on my offers were bananas. They were 89 cents a pound, making them $2.17. That amazes me because there is one US YouTuber I follow in the Ozarks who, when she posts her hauls, she usually says that their bananas are 48 cents a pound, which is amazing compared to our 89 cents here. So the rest of these were just pantry stock-up items. The Ilmer tomatoes were $1.99, limit of 6. So I grabbed 6 for our chili style and 2 that are Italian herbs and seasonings. When I make chili in the crock pot, it requires 2 of the chili style tomatoes each batch. So this is enough for 2 batches of chili. And the taco soup in the crock pot requires 1 of the Italian herbs and seasonings. So this is enough for 2 batches of that. I have some of each of these downstairs, but at this price at $1.99 each, I thought that's a really good stock-up price. So I grabbed the limit of 6. And then the no-name brand tuna was $1, limit of 6. And I have some already, but I just wanted to add a few more to my stockpile, so I grabbed 4 at $1 each. And then over here, the no-name brand pasta, of the 900-gram pasta was $1.97. And I think that was a limit of 4 or something as well, but I only grabbed 2 because I have a couple other packages downstairs in the pantry. I earned 200 points on the bananas, and I paid $22.05. So with those 200 points, because remember I earned 150 at Shoppers, and now tacking the 200 points on I earned there, that is 51,845 PC Optimum points, which is basically $51 in points. But again, you can only redeem in increments of $10. So if I wanted to use anything right now, all I could spend would be $50, which is okay. That's not bad. I'm rebuilding from having depleted everything at Christmas, at least as far as the PC Optimum points anyway. And $50 is a good start for the year. Now on to Sobeys. I only grabbed a couple of things over here at Sobeys. The sparkling waters are on for $1 each right now. And I would go crazy and buy a dozen or 20. But again, I'm at the end of my bi-weekly pay period budget. And I just don't want to push it, even though that's not a big amount. I just don't, they go on sale pretty regularly. So I grabbed 2 for right now. And the reason I bought 2 is because I had a personalized Scene Plus offer of buy one, get one free. So not only is it $1, and my 10% discount makes it 90 cents. It's even less than that because my second one was free. And then the raspberries are on sale for $4.99. Technically, Superstore had this same package, same size of package on for $4.98. So Sobeys is technically 1 cent more, but I have my 10% discount, so that gives me the edge. That means that I am coming out ahead by buying them at Sobeys. So here is how that shook out. You can see the $1 on one sparkling water and the other one was free. Raspberries $4.99. Overall, I earned 1 lone Scene Plus point on this order, and my staff discount was 70 cents. So I spent $5.44 on this order. So the $4.99 on the raspberries and 2 drinks cost me $5.44 out of pocket. Earned 1 point, so I'm at 12,193 Scene Plus points. So that is it for this video. It's time to wrap it up once and for all. I hope you guys have enjoyed this, and I hope that you don't mind hearing my Quaker squawking in the background for this clip. It is daytime and the birds are up and about and talking up the storm in the next room, and I think my husband's been trying to keep the Quaker at bay, but he hears me, and I don't know if he thinks it's feeding time or what, or he just wants out of his cage. But I hope you guys haven't minded the background noise. We try our best to keep it to a dull roar around here. Anyways, I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. If you did, give it a thumbs up, leave a comment down below, and make sure you're subscribed if you haven't already done so. And turn your notification bell on, please, because I don't have a set posting schedule, so you'll want to have that notification bell turned on so you'll be notified as soon as something does get posted. As I said, we do get paid later this week, so I'm hoping maybe next weekend or somewhere in that range there should be another grocery haul going up. And I was thinking about a couple other video ideas too, so make sure you are subscribed with your notifications turned on, so when something finally does get posted by me, when I'm not at work or busy at the church or busy with house stuff or just life stuff, you'll be the first to know. So I hope everybody had a great week and a good weekend. Today is daylight savings time. The time changed overnight unless you live in my home province of Saskatchewan, because we don't change time there. So I hope that you didn't, none of you are feeling the effects of losing an hour's sleep last night. I know I am a little bit, but it is what it is, right? So I hope you've had a great weekend. Spring is finally around the corner, I hope. And we'll see you in the next video, everybody. Take care, and we'll see you soon.